Hello fight fans, thanks for joining us at MMA Insider. Before we get rolling with today's news, show some love by hitting that like button and subscribing. Now let's uncover the latest happenings in MMA. Starting off, Merab Dvalishvili says he can slap Sean O'Malley's coach and not get deported ahead of UFC 306. Moving on, Raul Rosas Jr. plans to retire as a UFC champion by his 25th birthday. Lastly, John Kavanagh opens up on Conor McGregor's return to training ahead of UFC return. UFC bantamweight contender Merab Dvalishvili isn't worried about jeopardizing his U.S. citizenship if he decides to attack Sean O'Malley's head coach. Dvalishvili and O'Malley square off in the UFC 306 main event this Saturday in Las Vegas. It's been a long road to the UFC title for Dvalishvili, who earned the shot following a 10-fight winning streak. While there isn't personal hatred between O'Malley and Dvalishvili, there's some bad blood between them ahead of UFC 306. The two sides have exchanged social media barbs for months, including O'Malley's head coach Tim Welch. Dvalishvili and his teammate, former champion Aljamain Sterling, threatened Welch after his taunting in the corner at UFC 292. When Dvalishvili and Welch inevitably come face-to-face this week, things could easily get physical. During his UFC 306 pre-fight media day, Dvalishvili gave an interesting answer when asked to explain his long journey to the world title. Here's what he said. "I became a full-time fighter, moved to Las Vegas, and everything came. I fixed my immigration papers and I can fly to my country or whatever country I want. Now I'm a citizen, and now I can slap Sean O'Malley's coach and no one will deport me from the US." Dvalishvili earned the bantamweight title shot after wins over former UFC champions Henry Cejudo, Petr Yan, and Jose Aldo. He's won 10 fights in a row, led by his elite grappling base. O'Malley earned the bantamweight title by defeating Sterling at UFC 292 last year. He defended the belt against Marlon Vera at UFC 299 in March. O'Malley and Dvalishvili will get the opportunity to come face-to-face at the UFC 306 pre-fight press conference on Thursday. If Dvalishvili and Welch cross paths, things could break into chaos. UFC bantamweight prospect Raul Rosas Jr. forecasts a short-lived career in the octagon if everything falls into place as he wants. Rosas, who became the UFC's youngest ever signee in 2022, has huge ambitions for his combat sports career. He's already accomplished a lot at a young stage in life, but he envisions eventually proving himself as a dominant UFC champion. Rosas has a ways to go to earn a UFC bantamweight title shot, but he's already planning on breaking Jon Jones's record for the youngest promotional champion. After earning the belt, he doesn't plan on sticking around well before he potentially reaches his physical prime. In a recent interview, Rosas gave a surprising answer when asked about how he sees his fighting future playing out. "I just want to accomplish my dreams, which is becoming the youngest UFC champion, have the belt, defend the belt a few times, and then probably retire. Hopefully by 25 years old, my career is all said and done, and I'm able to enjoy time with my family and whatever I decide to do. I feel like I'm right on track. Right now, this is my opportunity this Saturday. It's going to put me in a very good spot with 4 wins in the UFC, 4 finishes. So I'm focused on that right now, and whatever comes next, I'm going to be ready." Rosas has bounced back nicely since his first career loss at UFC 287 last year. John Kavanagh is ready to see Conor McGregor return to the UFC cage. Conor McGregor hasn't competed since a first-round stoppage loss against Dustin in July 2021. That night saw Conor McGregor snap his leg, and the injury has kept him on the shelf for years. However, the former UFC champion was booked to make his return in June against Michael Chandler. Sadly, that bout failed to come to fruition. In training with John Kavanagh, Conor McGregor suffered a broken toe. As a result, the Irishman was forced to pull out. Since then, the former two-weight UFC champion has called to make a return to the cage in December. However, it looks like that return won't happen. Earlier this week, UFC President Dana White was asked about Conor McGregor's impending return to the cage. There, the promoter stated that the Irishman would be returning in early 2025 and not in December. While McGregor's coach John Kavanagh would like to see the welterweight compete this year, he's still optimistic. Speaking in a recent interview, John Kavanagh opened up on Conor McGregor's return. There, he stated that Conor is currently deep in training. He added that McGregor is looking very sharp as of now, and he can't wait to see the former champion back in the cage. If the date came back and was confirmed for December, we're already in heavy training. Although we're training remotely together at the moment, he's stateside on, I believe, a Forged Irish Stout tour. He's visiting a couple of breweries over there and partners, etc., but we're still sending each other training videos, training plans. He's he's got some training partners over there, and the footage I'm getting back, he shared some of it recently. He's looking very sharp to me. If the date was in December, it would be a green light for me anyway. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Your dedication and support fuel our passion to bring you the latest and greatest in the MMA world. If you enjoyed today's news, please give us a thumbs up and share it with fellow MMA fans. Remember to subscribe to stay in the loop with daily MMA updates. We've got a lot of exciting news, interviews, and analysis coming your way every single day. Your engagement helps us grow and serve the MMA community even better. Once again, thank you for being an integral part of our daily MMA journey.